lift a platform to really do that.
All right, well, we're outside. This is getting saved. We're gonna try to take it all off in one piece and then address any rot that we find with like an epoxy coating to harden everything up. There's just such awesome, I'm a little too close, sorry about that. Such amazing texture to the wood that's been kind of weather worn over the years. That you can't reproduce. If we reproduced even the flat stock, that would be easy and cheap to do. It wouldn't look right. It's so worn in places it almost looks fluted, even though it's not. But it's too cool to mess up, so we'll probably try to just pick it off with a wire brush, what wants to come off, clean it up as best we can, and then give it a light kind of hard epoxy coating to keep it weatherproof moving forward. That is the plan. All of the rope, all the detail, that's the stuff we're trying to save. And then again up top, let's see if I can zoom into that stuff. Those details up top we're trying to save and save right in place as well. Now the clapboards, the siding, all needs to get replaced. It's really punky and rotten, and quite frankly it's been repaired a number of occasions. Just on you know, how many of these in a row have a split? This span is about 3 feet and every single row has got a split in it. It's just inviting water, so we shouldn't have that. We'll get these resided, keeping them wood, and we're gonna fix the trim. You can see the trim detail on the windows upstairs. It's got an interesting kind of wraparound case that's nice and thick. You can see it on the edge there. And the whole sill and everything, that's kind of unique. It's up there on the top of the first floor, but it got removed off the sides. So we're gonna bring it back on the sides. And the big change that's gonna happen out front here is that we did some digging and some research and found some old artifacts in the attached barn and woodsheds, and found the original windows, which were supposed to be, these are 2/1s. Originally they were 6/9. It's really interesting. And then above it was 6/6. They're slightly smaller. So we're going back to the original details on the house, and I think it'll fit much better with the original broken light of these side lights here. That's about the scale of what will be going on the windows there, and I think it'll tie everything in. The transoms on the side, it'll just kind of make a little bit more sense in context with the original windows still here. Around the side, the brick will get repointed and repaired, and all those fissures and cracks will get fixed from the inside and out, and hopefully they will not come back, because right here, just to the right of the door, between the door and the window to its right, is going to be the wall, exterior wall to the addition that we're going to have right over here. It's essentially going to take the place of this structure, the woodshed, the south woodshed, but we're pulling it forward so we can access it through this door and not have to open the brick in any way. We just kind of keep the brick as it is. We'll have the brick exposed on the inside of the family room out here, which will be really cool. And we're kind of I think it's going to be like a 1 step down into the family room, but it might be on the same level. We're going to see what happens with headroom and clearances and all that good stuff as they finish up the plans. Yes, we're doing demo before they finish the plans because they told us it would be cheaper. Less change orders if they open everything up and then do the structural and final design plans versus doing all the design work and then figuring out the beams were not where they thought they were. So hopefully that saves us a couple of bucks. The stone will get used elsewhere in the landscape. We'll probably use it. Gonna have a retaining wall along the driveway. We'll use that to probably these steps will come up to the to the front walkway, which will lead to the front steps. And along the back here, we've removed some of the brush and stuff. There's a lot of poison sumac over here that just continues to grow up. Fought that all summer, losing battle. But all of this structure goes away because it's essentially falling off of the house. It's in really, really bad shape. It was not worth saving, and it is, there's no foundation under it. So to try to repair it and salvage it would have cost a lot of money, and quite frankly, it's not terribly beautiful, and it blocks a lot of evening sunlight. This and that roof over the porch in the back. So this porch in the back we're going to bring back, but we're not going to have it be a covered porch. It also might get a little deeper, but not a ton. I think it's probably a 6-foot deck now. We might do like an 8. But really we want it to feel like a back porch, not a deck. Because we might also do a deck in the future somewhere, but we want to kind of figure out where that might be and where we tend to hang out. It might be on this side. I'm thinking it probably will be on this side, on the back of the family room. Whereas this one will just kind of be for lounging and sitting and, you know, set up a couple of chairs or something. We'll also have the back doors coming off of each side. Pretty much right there to the right of the house window, and right there to the left of the house window. The existing back doors to the house will remain and come directly out onto this deck, like it might have originally. We're not sure, but we're really excited to kind of see the back of the house for the first time when they take these buildings off. And the windows are right, and everything's in good repair, and it'll be exciting, I think, when we can actually get a good look at the house from the outside. We got a dumpster going. This is the second one, just for plaster, and it looks like they got some carpet in there. We're going to salvage all of this granite patio that's under the screen house and use that elsewhere in the landscape, probably in that retaining wall out front I was talking about, or maybe in a patio again. We might redo another patio here or on the south side, kind of to be determined still. Been doing a lot of cleanup and clearing in the back here. You can kind of see all the way into the woods again. It's been a long time coming. We found this fire pit that had been here. We threw the ring in, but we did not build this fire pit. It was under a whole bunch of bushes, and we trimmed them back, and it was fun to have fires out here this past year. So we're going to continue to clean this up and try to get it to be mowable right up to the brook. The brook comes, or the stream comes right down here and through that stone wall, kind of at that low point there. So we want to be able, on our side at least, on the field side, to be able to mow kind of right up to it. That's what we'll be moving toward. We made some good progress, but there's a lot of cleanup still to do. And likewise in the field, we've just continued to make burn pile after burn pile, and can't burn right now because it's been so dry, but lots more to do to keep things clean. But this will all go. So this is one of the really interesting things, is the garage is so deep and it comes so far into the backyard. We're gonna have a much bigger backyard when all is said and done, when this woodshed and garage get taken down, because when we, not as part of this project, but as soon as we can, we'd like to rebuild a garage, but it will be pretty much in alignment with the door here. So it'll scoot forward and out to me just a little bit. It'll be a little wider, but it'll be forward, so the back of the garage will actually be pretty much in alignment with the back of the house. So we get a lot more private backyard in the back. That'll be pretty fun too. I think the last thing, not much changes on this side. Window up top. Some drama with that third floor window I will explain in a later video. We'll see what it turns into, though. Hopefully it won't be a problem, but if you're in love with this terrible bulkhead, I have disappointing news for you. It's gonna go away. So we need to get large equipment in there to finish digging out the basement and restructure things and get all the concrete poured and everything situated downstairs. So it would have had to come out anyway to get rebuilt, and we don't particularly care for it. It's one of the first things you see when you pull up to the house. Code says we don't need it, and we're not planning on doing much with the basement except for some simple storage and maybe a place to exercise or something. So we'll be losing this and planting something beautiful here instead. So anyway, that's the house as of the end of September here. Keep you in the loop for the next couple of weeks, and when the demo is complete, we'll take you on a follow-up tour. Have a good one.